Amigo mio, I doubt if I shall send you my rigmarole of Saturday after all. I have just had an absurd accident that has unhinged my, as you say, weak spot mind. I, after breakfast, was walking over the bridge across the little duck stream in rather a bad temper and vague mood, and walked off the edge and fell with my bucket of duck food into the stream. This, for some reason, drove me into such a rage that I ran into the hen's house and cried, and in my rage tried to hit her head on the head with a wooden spoon. I could blame no one. It was entirely my own fault, and so I could only cry against myself. I wasn't even hurt, only rather wet, but the sudden fall has made my head feel light and empty, and fits of temper, I find, really make me feel ill the rest of the day. I sit in the sun, surrounded by dandelions with shining yellow faces, buzzing bees, and heavy trees of cherry blossom. How could one be in a bad temper on such a day? How indeed? I see it's important not to feel life too much, not to examine every blade of grass. It's better to take a general view of things, otherwise, the moral may be, one falls into duck streams in despair. A certain laissez-faire is to be cultivated, je pense. I shall take some aspirins. I ought to have thought of it before, yet how pleasant it is to have a friend to whom one can write everything. Shall I tell you, in 20 minutes, a dandelion on my left arm has been visited twice by a bee, and each time the bee stayed 58 seconds and carried away 0.0008 grams of pollen. This is the 5th of May, 1924. One could sit here listening to birds, bees, and blue bottles, and recording it all in a diary or a letter without using for one moment one's brain or a molecule of emotion. You see, I really ought to go indoors, but I love the sun so much. And then when this letter is over and put in its envelope, you will leave me. I can't bear to leave you just yet. Dear Swiggy, how charming you are. Hurzi, hurzi, jomal hurji, which is the song of the road breakers in Cameroon, and at the moment, my song.